What is up, guys?
Hello. What's going on? It's Christian Olson with Berkshire Hathaway. Excited to be back.
Excited to be back, broadcasting post-dated from Dallas.
That is true.
That is true. So by this point in time, you guys haven't seen, if you haven't seen already, we are in Dallas. We are post-dating this about 4 days because we are going to be in Dallas, Texas for a coaching convention with 6,000 to 8,000 of the best real estate agents from the country, you know.
That is true.
MBD. Anyway, so real quick, how can they reach all of us? We're here, by the way, live with Liv, our marketing and brand relations coordinator.
Hello, hello.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I've done it before.
I've already done this.
We haven't done it together.
Not special.
Not special. Anyway, so Christian, how can they reach you?
Instagram, Christian the Deadhead.
The Deadhead.
Oh, God.
Christian the Deadhead.
Christian the Deadhead at TikTok. The Deadhead Realtor, frankoliver.com. Email Christian. I already said that. Yeah, whatever.
Wow, we're really crushing it. And Liv, how can everybody reach you if they want to touch base?
Well, really, if you want to reach me, you should just follow Michael Frank ____.
Yeah, she's the one that's behind all of the messages. Actually, I have some friends that will reach out to me on Instagram and they're like, "Are we actually texting with Michael Frank?" And
The
I'm
real
like,
Michael
The
Frank.
Michael Frank.
The real Michael Frank. And then I always want Liv to respond. I always want her to be like, "Yes, it's me."
Yeah.
Smiley
Smiley
face.
face.
And I'm like, "Damn it."
The problem is that you text the same way I text with. I can't I do that to Chris all the time where I'll text back from his friends and be like, "Hi, it's Chris!" !
I feel
You
like
actually
should have,
do talk like
full-on
that.
Conversations with people that Mike is friends with, and then have plans that Mike doesn't even know about, like catching up about people's lives.
That would be full on status quo. I would look in my calendar and I'd be like, "Oh, hey, I'm getting together with Sally on Thursday." Oh, that's cool. And then Sally's like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited that we reached out and made these appointments." I was like, "Oh, it was in my calendar." I didn't know I did it or anybody else. Right?
Never know.
Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, so what is Summit? Why are we going? What's going on? So if you guys don't know, I have been a member of a coaching organization for 7 years. Justin, you're going to have to help me out and figure out how long I've been in it. But
Since Nam,
right? Yeah. Since before Christian was born. And I got into coaching kind of on happenstance. I was very, very fortunate and thankful for the person that kind of pushed me off the ledge. But ever since then, I've been growing with people all around the country, learning all their tips and tricks and kind of the mistakes that they've made before me helped me grow to the level that they're at. So maybe somebody that's been in the business for 20 years helped me get there in 10, 9. But somebody that's been in the business for 15 years maybe helped me get to that point that they got to. Maybe it only took me 7. So it's been nice to have that kind of repartee, if you will, and build off of them. And so we're taking the whole entire freaking team
Super excited.
to Dallas for everybody's first one. Liv came last year.
I did.
John came last year.
pop of my Summit cherry.
Yikes.
I don't know if I can say
That got
Too late.
real aggressive.
You already said it.
Anyway, so Christian, we had talked about 18 intentions of going to Summit, and I want to know, what is the biggest one for you? I don't even have my phone. I can't
Well,
even
if
count.
Goggins was going,
Is he no longer going?
We don't
I don't know if he was ever going. Mike lied.
Mike is a liar.
It's unconfirmed.
Well, we'll know by this point.
Yeah.
Well, no. We know that he's not speaking, which we knew. The
But he
question
can
was
still be
he
going.
in attendance?
Okay.
Right.
It's just unconfirmed. I still think that you should reach out to him.
Here.
Just hit him up and be like, "Hey, at David Goggins, are you coming?"
I'll add our conclusions and findings here
Yeah, right.
because it'll
It'll be live.
The number one thing I want to take away from Dallas is just really taking all the information, either to better myself professionally, personally, or be able to help my clients more. I feel like there's going to be a lot of information. So I'm a little nervous. I want to be there as much as I can, present. We talk about being present.
Yeah,
That's
being
probably
Yeah.
the number one thing on there. Especially it was just going back to my Colorado trip. I had these tickets for a concert. I wanted to go out there, enjoy my time, and I was stressed out before. You were like, "Christian, just get all your freaking work done, and you won't have to worry about a damn thing when you're there. You can be in the moment." This, I think it's much different because, again, it goes back to our professional lives, what we do every day. There's going to be so much content that I haven't learned. And I just want to be able to take it all in and then put it to use. So trying to retain all that information from there.
Something interesting that you said is that you want to take back value for your clients. How do you think that Summit helps you in your clients' lives?
Well, since I've never been, I would hope so.
So the difference for me is really that when I'm here, I feel like I'm in an environment that's like constantly moving, I feel like I'm in a place where I have to be on, like I have to be with my clients, I have to be available. My cell phone is always paramount, right? When I'm here, I have appointments, I'm coming and going and like rushing to get ready for a listing appointment and coming back and getting ready to submit a contract. And there's just always things that are going on. And then the other byproduct of like here being home here in Baltimore, and like not knocking anybody else that's a real estate agent in Baltimore, there's a lot of really great people that I garner a lot of knowledge from, but I always have to sort of question the validity of the knowledge, right? Like how true are they being? How transparent are they being? Are they going to tell me like every detail, or are they just going to give me an idea and be like, go figure it out? Because I feel like they also are stressed and coming from an appointment and doing all these other things and all these other expectations.
I have a full-time job.
A la Heather, right? There's all these things that are happening, and I just don't think that anybody takes the time to really like give me personally the value. So I always say that like I hate Baltimore agents, although I don't. I love you guys, but still, when I'm at Summit, when I'm at a Tom Ferry event, when I'm at a national conference, people are just like giving. Like there's no competition. There's no fear that like, oh, if I tell you this, then you're going to go take it to your clients. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to tell you this and you better take it to your clients. And then like when I see you in 6 months, like, did you take that to your clients?
Right.
You know, and it's such a come from contribution.
Yeah. It's such a community of like, we're all trying to help each other and like,
Well, so the big thing, you asked me what I want to take away. I've been doing real estate for, we'll call it a year and a half. You've been doing real estate for what, 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years? Okay. But like, obviously what I'm going to take away from Summit is going to be different than what you take away from Summit. What are you going there like to really take away?
I actually think that you downplay your takeaway. I think that if you can focus on one thing, right? If you're going to a motivational conference, or if you're going to a speech, or if you're going to go see a comedian, right? Like there's always something that you can see and take one thing away. It might be the way that you carry yourself. It might be getting up a half an hour earlier. It might be making those phone calls that you know that you're supposed to be doing, but like you're just for whatever reason not committing to it. It could be the magnanimous. It could be real estate's the wrong business for you. Like, I don't know. But you get in that moment.
Hate to have that.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have that. I would love to have that kind of clarity come from an event like this. When you're there, that one thing, it can be the most silly, tiny change of your entire life. I will tell you, this time last year, I was not getting up consistently before 8 a.m.
that's true.
Often, but not consistently. And now, 5:10. But it started because I was there. Was I there? Was I at Elite Retreat? Was I at Summit?
It was October. Was Summit last year.
Yeah, but I think it might have been Elite Retreat this January. So I might be lying. So, but still, I was there. I got into conversation with somebody and I was like, hey, you want to have a morning like accountability call? We started having accountability call at what, 7:30?
It's at 7. It wakes me up on Instagram every morning.
But like it's 7 our time, it's 6 their time, and like it was just about, you know, being present and being ready. So for me, what that meant was I had to be up and ready to answer that call, or I had to be waking up at 7. Either or, I had to be consistently awake by that point in time. And so it was just like that was my one big takeaway from that event, and that might be your big takeaway. Why are we different?
I don't know, just because the amount of experience and knowledge that you have obviously is probably changes from the experience and knowledge that I have. I'm constantly coming here, even sometimes on the podcast, I'm learning new things during our coaching calls, during our trainings Wednesday mornings, right? Constantly picking up new information, which you may already have. So it's like my one takeaway is going to be different than yours, but what are you really going out, like out of those 18 things on the board, what was your number one?
Oh, all 18.
I
don't even have my phone, so I can't even like reference back to them.
And like, no, I do feel like, I mean, you guys have your 18 like things that you want to take away, but the number one thing you might take away might not even be on that list right now.
Right.
You have no
That's
idea.
true.
Right.
Like I still remember, like I still think about random things from that summit that like I didn't even think I would care about. And I still use them every day.
So interesting. I mentioned earlier today, you probably like missed it, but it's the only place that you'll ever see somebody in a baseball cap, a backpack, a Hermes belt, and Louis Vuitton shoes, right? Because you might not even realize, like, I don't even know what an Hermes belt is. And that's okay. That might be your big takeaway. right? You might not realize that like the impact that you have until a year later. And that happened last year, as a matter of fact, right? So I think that my intention is exactly what we've been putting on the board. Education, networking for referrals, creating opportunities to integrate systems, to build systems, to learn about structures and organizations that don't currently exist. I think the world of like our brokerage, our model, our team, our experience, but I also am not fucking dumb enough to realize that, or to neglect that we are not doing everything perfectly.
Right.
As great as we are, there's a lot of room for growth. And if I don't have that mentality, I can't walk in that room with people that are doing it bigger, better, faster, stronger than we are, and then grow.
Right.
And so networking for referrals is a huge piece of it. Creating more brand awareness and more following on social media. We want to get more people watching our podcast. We want to get more people doing podcasts. I mean, if you guys don't know compliments of someone, and I'm not going to throw her under the bus, but let's just say her name's Nikki. It is Nikki.
So you did just throw her under the bus.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
great.
I'm not like
I'm not
throwing
gonna
her
name
name,
names,
you know?
but like Nikki.
So anyway, so Nikki and I had a bet, and it was like, hey, Nikki, like, oh my God, that's so awesome. You guys do podcasting. And she's like, well, I have the equipment. And I was like, oh my God, will you show me? So we get on a FaceTime and we're like looking and we're like, oh, that's a really cool Rode fucking podcaster. That's really amazing. And it's, you know, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then it's got like microphone and 2 microphones and stands and all this other stuff. And then lights and XYZ. And I was like, hey, Nikki, when's the last time you did a podcast? She's like, oh, I haven't started. And I was like, all right, so when are you going to start? And she's like, well, you know, I've been meaning to, and I want to, and this and that and the other. And I was like, hey, well, I bet you won't. And I think I bet her like $5,000. Like it was a big bet. And I was like, hey, you won't do 35 or 40 videos or whatever it was by the end of the year. And it was like a video a week. It wasn't even a lot. And she didn't do any. So then she sent us all of this equipment. Like if you're looking, all
That's
of this
how we
stuff.
started our podcast.
Thanks, Nikki.
Yeah, right? Like we didn't have podcasts before Nikki failed at her bet. But
Thanks,
also
Nikki.
like, thank you, Nikki, because like this stuff was going to waste.
Now-
So at least now it gets used.
How did you meet this person?
So Nikki came along somewhere, I don't even know where. Honestly, like I never met her in person.
Really?
And it was at an event. Someone had suggested me to talk to her, and like I don't even know. I really don't know. But I remember FaceTiming with her, and we made this bet for this podcasting stuff, and then she lost the bet and she sent us the podcasting stuff, and now we do podcasting. Right? So like my intention is to go there and like double down on that.
Yeah.
Like what can we win because somebody else isn't doing their job?
Start making bets.
There you go. That's
who's-
all we do.
Who's the accountability partner that we can gain
Right.
to get up earlier, to do more podcasting, to do more video, to recruit more agents, to build more value, to just add
I feel like it's
stuff.
endless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like to me, Andrea's worried about like what time we're gonna go, and I'm like, you're fucking mine. You
Yeah.
wake up at 5, you leave the event at 5. I want you from 5:30 to 5. Like
After that, it doesn't matter.
After that,
I don't care what you
do what you do.
But I think that it's important to go in with intention, right? So whether you're in the bathroom or you're whatever, like the guy sweeping the floors at the convention center has got to buy a house. So like if you don't talk to him, what are you doing wrong? It sounds weird, but like
But like, no, for sure.
Yeah.
somebody's got to get that referral.
Yeah. Honestly.
I was gonna say it's just like Allison. I think she makes relationships with the people at McDonald's and stuff.
Oh my
so,
God. Yeah.
You know, she's gonna get a client. She's gonna sell the entire McDonald's location by her house. Everyone there.
I think so.
Right.
You know?
Well, and that's where it goes back to like the quality of the agent that you hire. And so when we go to these events, we're looking at top 1%, top 2% in the country. We're talking about, 6,000, 8,000 people that are all producing well over the national average.
What is the
Somebody-
national average? Just out of curiosity.
Still 7.
It's like 7.
Like if you look, there's different like sources that are saying different things.
Well, we're
Sure, yeah.
talking 7.
Units a year.
Units a year.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah! I'm in the top 1%, baby.
What?
Yeah, right. Well, I should clarify. I don't think the
come
top
on.
1% is doing 7. The average is doing 7.
Okay,
So I think the top 1% is doing like 33.
I'm close.
That seems
Kind of.
reasonable.
I think. I don't really
I don't know.
remember.
What do we know? Like, I would be curious to see like that national average and then the average of people in Tom Ferry.
Oh, the numbers are crazy.
Is it really?
Yeah, because also understand that like Tom is national. So Tom is
Yeah.
across the country, and he's working with people that are like down home southern in the middle of like Tennessee, and they're selling, 45 houses, but they're all farms and they all live on 40 acres.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then he's got people in like LA County that are selling 4 houses a year, but they're crushing their 4 $25 million houses.
Right.
You know, so like there's a wide variety of different people. And that's where like the last thing that we put on the board was find your accountabilities. And it's because you might find somebody that's doing podcasting that you want to like connect with. You might find somebody that's doing like marketing, like Pip and Jeremiah. Haha, I remembered. But you might get with somebody that's doing role play and dialogue and shit like that. And you might be the person that's like, fucking, I'm afraid to get back on a plane. And there might be another person that's the same person. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. No, 100%.
you have to find your vibe, right? Like your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
That's really cute.
Also, like Jewy people own a tribe. In case you didn't know.
No, I know.
The tribe of
Yeah,
Judaism.
It's a Jewish thing.
So
but
like
that's
we
cute.
always say like, oh, they're a member of the tribe.
You didn't
But
know
like,
that?
okay,
No.
okay, so wait.
Calvert County.
Yeah, right.
The
So,
fuck?
so something
What does
interesting.
that
so,
have
like,
to do with it?
Okay, but
How many Jewish
hold on.
people live near you?
Hold on. This
Probably
is where
not
it comes.
many.
This is where it comes back center, right? Like who's going to Tom Ferry? Who's going to Summit, right? I have a woman that I'm very close friends with that I call her like my real estate mom. Sophie is amazing. She's helped me in so many different ways, and I met her early on, like my first Tom Ferry event, maybe my second. Sophie lives in a town where now there's this young kid that is selling in her town. And I know this kid because I've met him through other people, but I don't know where he sells or where he works. And all of a sudden, Sophie's like, he works in my town. And I was like, oh. So I kind of like didn't become friends with him because I like love Sophie. And then I see him in Israel. And I was like, hey, bro, are you on Birthright?
Wait,
Do you know
like,
what Birthright is?
It's where the Jewish people go to Israel.
No, I don't know.
It's a free trip to Israel for Jewish people.
It's a free trip to Israel for Jewish youth
Yeah.
to like educate them on like Jewish history.
How do you
And
know this
really,
stuff?
because I
Because
grew up
she's
in
from
Olney,
Jewville,
Maryland,
right.
it's like 98% Jewish.
Had no idea.
The real point of Birthright is to create more Jewish people because they hope that you fall in love with each other on the trip and have babies. This is a real
I think I
thing.
knew one Jewish person growing up.
Yeah, that's insane. I knew
Okay.
like 8 or 10.
So Liv only had 11 friends, so like by ratio.
Right now, I only have like 3 friends. So
Are any of them Jewish?
yeah, 2 of them.
That's one.
So like so Avi is out in Israel and I realized that he's on Birthright. So I say to, hey, are you on Birthright? And he's like, oh yeah, I am. And then I realized like Birthright is made for people that are like under the age of 26.
True.
Maybe they raised the age. Maybe Avi's just young as fuck. Maybe I need to talk to this dude. Like he's crushing it in his town. And like I have a ton of respect for Sophie, but also like what is Avi doing? Because like I now know that he's like a member of my tribe.
Right.
Your vibe attracts your tribe. So then all of a sudden you like bond with people. You know, and if Andrea thinks that she's not going to get hunted down by like 30,000 Hispanic dudes, she's wrong
Yeah, that's so true.
because they're all going to be there because it's in Texas.
It is in Texas.
Big Tex-Mex. Anyway, so I think, you know, my intentions of going are literally that list. Like I would never say, oh, I want to find a role play partner.
Right.
No, like I want to do all of it.
Right, and that's the thing, like my idea of bringing window markers or mirror markers, right? Like when I get to the hotel room, just write down all the shit that I want to do and some of the main goals that I want to hit.
What
gonna
we
write on their
should do,
windows.
what we should
What's
do.
wrong with that?
All right, what we should do. This is what we should do. I will give you, I will spend $10,000 on this. $10,000.
Okay. That's a lot of money.
We have this on camera.
Oh yeah.
On what? What are you spending $10,000
So
on?
what you have to do is Tom's going to split it with me. So we have that on camera too. What you have to do is you have to go in your hallway and you have to get it to say like Tom Ferry Summit 2022.
Oh, like one letter,
one letter per window.
I love
I'm
that.
doing it. I'm
Oh
doing
yeah,
it.
100%. Are we on
But
neighbors?
it has to be
You
like
know?
it has to be like legible from the outside.
Yeah.
Like you have to be able to see it. Like so it's got to be a big T.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, the whole window. Are we neighbors? Like,
I have no idea.
oh, I hope we are.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm knocking on doors. It's going to be like door knocking.
It'll be
Hey, my name's
like
Chris
door
Wilson with
knocking.
Berkshire Hathaway. I'm
Right.
running $10,000. Help me out real quick.
Tom, I'm gonna need you to step up.
No,
for this
you have to
one.
do that. That is so cute. And then put our like hashtag at the bottom.
True.
Well, that would be
What if I
impressive.
had the hotel from top to bottom?
if
What is that? Is that $100,000?
There's.
Are you buying my
I
first
mean,
house?
I'm not gonna like commit $100,000 here, but like,
How about-
if you could get Tom Ferry Summit 2022, that's like fucking 17 rooms, probably, maybe more than that. It's probably
At
more
least
like
20.
25.
I'm gonna
rooms.
start
Yeah.
mapping it out tonight.
It won't be that hard. You just go to everyone's door.
Yeah, but what if they're not like directly? Like, what if one's like? Oh,
No, they're not. They're all. The hotel is like a curve.
Yeah.
So like all the rooms are right next to each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bet $10,000.
I mean,
No, I love that for you.
yeah, you got to get
I'll
it
help
on
you.
camera from the
Hell yeah.
outside. Like for real, I'd be real impressed.
Are we bringing the drone?
No.
All right. Well,
But we'll take a picture from the
Someone
outside.
there is going to have a drone, okay?
okay.
We could bring them.
You could hire someone with a drone.
Okay.
You're going to get it. I love this
I'm looking to
bet.
Tom
this
Ferry
is
to like
great.
share in this expense, please and thank you. But yeah, I mean, the way that I think about it is like it's things like these that agents don't do here. Well, I mean, like, you know, our office hates that we're here.
Oh my God, no. They hate
People
this.
just need to live a little bit.
Everyone in our
And
office.
Mike needs to not touch business cards.
Well,
Why?
don't touch
What do you mean,
people's
why?
fucking business cards.
Oh. Whoops. I was unintentional.
But yeah, no, people I feel
I
like
know,
just
I
need to
know.
live a little and like. I honestly think it goes back to the saying that I said earlier, and I've been saying to some people.
Which is?
Hakuna Matata.
No, but I guess it applies. Kind of. I don't know. We're spinning on a rock and we're all gonna die. Nothing matters.
Oh
so like,
my
That is
just
my
whatever,
life motto.
Just do whatever, right?
Love
Like,
that.
Whatever.
That's the Gen Z motto right there.
yeah, exactly.
Nothing matters.
My perception is
But in
that
a good way.
we have better things to contribute to the world. So like instead of saying, "Oh, nothing matters," always say,
But it's
like,
you're
this is a
looking at it wrong,
contribution.
though.
You're looking at it wrong. I'm
No.
looking at it from glass
So
half full.
So am I.
Yeah.
Take risks.
Take risks. Who
nothing
cares?
matters. So when you
Nothing
die,
matters.
What?
You're gonna die anyways.
There's gonna be nothing.
You might as
Or
well
like,
just
not
do
saying
a
there's not gonna be nothing,
podcast.
but like whatever happens here, like just take that risk.
Yeah.
Do that crazy thing. You know.
No,
Start
I mean,
a podcast.
I agree.
Get into
My
real
perception
estate.
is that
Ask for
if
10%
you-
commission.
If you get if you start a podcast, get into real estate and ask for 10% commission, you're doing good for the world. So it's funny because I had a conversation with Joy this morning about like, hey, this is so frustrating. This is so agitating. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this. Oh, so-and-so quit. Oh, these things happen. The company sucks. I'm really sorry, blah, blah, blah. And I walk away kind of like, ugh. And then I go into my little hole. And then I walk up later, maybe like 4 minutes. And I come, hey, I startle her. And she's like, what? And I go, thank you for doing that. Like you noticed an error. You got a $1,100 credit back to the buyer. It means a lot to me that we can do those things for the buyer. And she's like, what you mean? And I go, look, like, I understand that we charge a premium and we're not the cheapest company out there. And like, I understand what we do matters. And it matters to me that we're going to be able to give a buyer back money after they just bought a home. $1,100, like we're not talking just no money.
Right.
Like $1,100 is a lot of money.
Sure.
And so it matters to me that Joy caught that error, that she took the initiative to say, hey, this is what we need to do. Because she could have not. She could have just been like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
She could have, changed all the commissions and made it all line up. But like instead, she caught the error. She fixes it. We make it better for a client. And we are able to provide a better value. Instead of being like, oh, well, whatever, fuck it. Like, we're just on this rock that's spinning and we're all going to die. Like,
Okay, that's a
That's
different
not the
attitude.
point.
Our point is like take risks, do whatever you want all the time.
well, I don't have time for that.
I have a full-time job.
So sorry. But at any rate, so I'm really excited to be at Summit. By this point in time, I'll probably be a lot less stressed, or maybe more. I'm not really sure.
It'll be Tuesday, so.
It'll be Tuesday.
We'll already have gotten there. Allison will be with us. We'll have gotten through the flight.
Yeah, a lot of things are going to have
Loses
happened.
happy hour will be over.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm like full on ready. I've a million things happening right now, but like full on ready to go and excited to come back home and continue to proliferate what we've built.
Yeah.
I think there's a
Absolutely.
lot of groundwork that we've laid, and every year it's always like kind of surprising to me to look back on like, hey, our podcast, and look at what it used to look like and look at what it looks like today.
Exactly.
It's just we can always take good things away, and I think that being around the best people in the country are promoting that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just lifts everybody up.
I just think it's a good thing all around. Anyway, so we will see you guys in a couple of weeks. I won't be here. Christian will be back with Liv and all the rest of them.
Hell yeah.
Very excited to kind of get away, do some, brainstorming and some ideas and churn some things around at Summit. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. But if you ever want to get in touch with us, you can hit us at @MichaelFrank__ on Instagram, at Frank Oliver Co on TikTok. And you can always go to our website, frankoliverco.com.
is
And you
true.
know how to reach me otherwise. Christian.
Christian the Deadhead on Instagram, the Deadhead Realtor on TikTok, and you can also go to our website. You can give me a call, 443
Hey, look at that.
975-8626.
First time. I'm very proud.
I did it.
You did it.
It's only been 11 episodes.
All right, team. We'll see you guys real soon. Thank you so much.
Later.
Bye.